Hey everyone, welcome back to Tapping Out. I'm Tim.
I'm Mario.
Welcome back, guys. Today we're going to be talking about last Friday's Smackdown and last night's Monday Night Raw.
Be sure to check out all the social medias, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, everything else.
Yep, and definitely send us an email for any trivia you have, any questions you have, or any content you want us to review at tappingoutshow@gmail.com. That's something we're definitely going to be looking forward to jumping into. We'll get into a little bit of GM mode soon again and have some fun with it.
Random pay-per-views, which we still need some to review. We're going to get to it.
Yeah, we'll definitely get to it.
Hopefully with the summer, things will be a little easier.
Yeah, you know? Well, I mean, this week, come on, we have
there's a lot of
so much wrestling content.
Yeah, so we're definitely going to try to put out as much as we can. We'll definitely do as much as we can.
Just we're both two guys with full-time jobs. And speaking of that real quick, we will be putting out later this week our predictions on not only Night of Champions, but also Battleground and Double or Nothing. So three pay-per-views in one weekend. Pretty damn cool.
Still have to do our talk about our AEW draft as well.
Yeah, guys, don't worry, we're gonna get to the AEW draft soon. Maybe we'll do that for a couple weeks.
Yeah. It's like I said, too much stuff going on this week. But what do you say? Let's get into it.
Yeah, let's jump on in. So we'll start with SmackDown.
We're not gonna do a full SmackDown review. We're kind of just gonna touch on the highlights of it. We'll definitely do a little bit more in depth on Raw. But for SmackDown, kind of the main thing starting off was definitely Roman opening the show. Roman came out, with Solo and Paul. And Sami and Kevin were already out.
Yep.
They called out Roman. Roman came out with Paul and Solo. Kind of going back and forth. It was starting to get a little heated with Sami and Roman. Sami was like, my biggest regret is being with you.
Yep,
and all this.
then
Really personal.
Roman was gonna start letting it out. Roman was gonna start. I think he was.
Yeah.
He was this close to kind of just opening up on Sami until.
And then we had so Roman was talking for about 15-20 seconds, like this is gonna get good, and then all of a sudden the Usos come out of nowhere, start attacking Sami and Kevin.
You were not happy about, neither was I.
No, because
Roman was gonna cook.
Yeah, Roman doesn't wrestle anymore, but on the mic he's phenomenal. He puts on bangers.
I still think my favorite part was once again Jimmy Uso thought he did good. he thought Roman was proud of him.
But
Roman was
not happy.
Yeah, and we're seeing a lot of that internal strife with the bloodline now with even more when Roman bumped Solo by accident, and then Solo just stared Roman down basically the rest of the night.
Roman looked vulnerable too the first time because he was like oh shit when he hit Solo. I haven't seen Roman actually look kind of almost scared.
Yeah.
I can't remember the last time I've seen that. So that was definitely interesting.
And Roman screamed at him backstage too. That was cool.
And honestly, that was one of the highlights actually. Of SmackDown in general. And then because the matches themselves.
Yeah, we had the Usos and LWO. That was the main event, right?
Yeah, the Usos. We also had.
Yes, boy!
We also had the debut of Pretty Deadly, which they got no reaction at all.
Yeah, but first of all, that crowd was terrible. They gave Grayson Waller no reaction. Mm-hmm. The only person I heard them give reactions to were Sami Zayn and LA Knight.
Well,
and deservedly so.
Rightfully so. Yeah.
But come on, but Pretty Deadly still looked solid in the win. They had a couple. They had their kind of cheating to win. Listen, anytime the Brawl and Brutes are there, I'm happy. I'm happy Pretty Deadly, so not much more to say about that match. It's Pretty Deadly getting started off on the right foot.
Yeah, I don't know how that gimmick's going to go over.
Yeah.
Like I said, we kind of talked about it where, we've kind of seen a similar gimmick before, like Adam Rose, No Way Jose, sort of these
Breezango.
Breezango was probably the most over out of all those gimmicks, and even they unfortunately didn't really make it anywhere.
Because they got themselves over.
Yeah. I actually had no idea that Fandango, a little on top of that, Fandango was in TNA.
Oh, yeah.
Dirty
Dango. I really wish we got the channel that had TNA, because being able to watch Heath and Dango.
Yeah,
and Mr. Brian Myers, Mr. Kurt Hawkins. You wanna jump into your boy?
Yeah, so we finally got also. So you know what? This SmackDown actually had 3 debuts, which was, you know,
Yeah.
we got the Grayson Waller effect with AJ Styles. Grayson Waller effect, awesome.
Yep.
A lot better than Miz TV.
Oh yeah, I love the ticker on the bottom. It's kind of scrolling and says
Like all the comments that
Yep.
people like post online. So yeah, so Grayson Waller had AJ Styles on. Obviously talking, you know, the topic was AJ Styles match night of champions with Seth. You know, at first, Grayson Waller kind of seemed like, you know, he was like almost acting kind of face with AJ, like kind of hyping him up and stuff. And then right at the end, just turns around and says, you know, Seth's gonna win and all that.
Yep.
And, you know, it was just show like Grayson Waller's a great heel.
Yeah, and they're kind of playing off their past feud they had. What was it? I think like a year and a half ago when kind of Grayson Waller kind of went to the main roster and feuded with Styles for a match. Then AJ went to the NXT for a match with Grayson Waller. Just kind of playing off that. That could be a fun feud.
Yeah, I mean, I still prefer AJ Styles. We'll talk about that though. Hey, at least we got them though.
Hey, all it requires AJ Styles to win the World Heavyweight title, go to Raw. Then we get your feud. But yes, always good to see Grayson.
But sickening that this, you know what, pretty deadly, whatever.
Yeah.
Grayson Waller should be getting a pop.
I agree.
This guy's a legitimate star.
I agree.
He's gonna be one of the best heels in the company.
I agree. Well, they have.
And the fact that management thinks that Cameron Grimes is somebody who's a star.
And you have a star right there.
You have a star right there, and you also have that guy like LA Knight, which we're gonna get to in a minute.
Yeah.
Just very sick how upper management thinks this company's effed up, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Well.
We also had the debut, which I'm gonna. It wasn't in order, but I'm gonna get for importance. We also had the debuts of Alba Fire and Isla Dawn against a couple of jobbers.
Yep.
That's legitimately nothing to say about that.
Yep, they gotta win this. Yeah.
I am. Once again, no reaction, well deserved because they're terrible.
Yep. You wanna get to your team, Rick Knight?
So I think the highlight of the night was we got an LA Knight match, which is always a dummy. Yeah. So we had Team Rick Knight versus Street Profits.
Oh yeah.
The match itself wasn't good, but more importantly, the Street Profits won, which we all knew was going to happen.
Yeah, exactly.
But two main points on this. One, thankfully this tag team was one and done.
Yep.
And two, excuse me, LA Knight turned on Boogs afterwards.
Yep.
And I'm hoping that this feud is going to be very short-lived because I want to see. I have bigger aspirations for LA Knight.
Do you remember what I told you Friday?
No.
So we all think, okay, this is gonna be this quick tag team of then, and okay, LA Knight turns on Boogs, then we get quick LA Knight feud win. Would you put it past this company to say no? We want Boogs to go over. Would you put it past them?
No, I wouldn't.
That cannot happen. It cannot happen.
No. I will say Boogs is funny though.
I like Boogs.
I like Boogs. I do like when he was curling Angelo Dawkins.
Yeah.
Angelo Dawkins is no small man.
Yeah, he's a big dude.
Hey, Boogs actually a pretty powerful guy, but in no strict case scenario should be going over LA Knight.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Boogs is above our John Morrison line.
He's better than Elias.
Which for you guys, the John Morrison line is like the 50-50. So if you're heroes refer to the John Morrison line,
yeah,
because that's about where we have John Morrison.
Yeah. He's the ultimate coin flip.
Just above Lime Jello. But yeah, Boogs is solid, but LA Knight needs to win that feud. Needs to.
And we got Money in the Bank next, right after Night of Champions.
Yeah, they're actually starting qualifying matches a week from yesterday, so Monday.
Have they announced participants yet or no?
Not yet. They just said qualifying matches start on Monday.
From the rumors I've seen, 3 people who need to be in it, have to be in it, are, well, unfortunately Drew, but that's not going to happen.
No.
LA Knight, Chad Gable, and Damian Priest.
Oh yeah.
Those 3 have to be in it.
I mean, if they want to throw a wild card in there too, I know someone who they could really start to give a push to, and
oh yeah, come through the smoke.
oh yeah, we're gonna get to that.
Yeah.
We'll get to that raw.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
and then besides that, the main event was LWO and the Usos, which just whatever. That really kind of meaningless, to be honest.
Yeah. Basically you just had it so Roman didn't come out and help the Usos, so that's their reason to be pissed off. They lost because of that. So.
Yeah, just more building up the eventual breakup of the bloodline, which we could possibly see, which will maybe maybe Saturday.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah, I mean,
You never know.
yeah, that'll be. We'll definitely get more of that in the predictions video, but
Yeah, I mean, what do you think of SmackDown? It was
solid. I mean,
yeah.
it was nothing to write home about.
Yeah.
But solid show. You know.
It built on some of the more major storylines.
Yeah.
We got a few debuts. I'm never gonna complain about LA Knight in a match.
No. You know, anytime the Great Swell Artifact's on there, I'm good with. And hey, it was good to see the Brawl Brutes again. I mean, they lost, but hey, and
I was gonna say, yep, I was gonna say right before you almost forgot.
No, boy, old Shamey.
So the Theory promo, you know, he was basically had an open challenge essentially.
Yep.
Or did he call out Shamey?
No, he basically insulted old Shamey.
Yeah, old Shamey, yeah, and then old Shamey came out and set up a match for this Friday.
Yep, hit him with the brogue, and
unfortunately, Sheamus is not going to win that match. But
I really wish Sheamus would be our new US champ. And I know SmackDown was filmed last week too, so this SmackDown is not going to be live on Friday. But I have not seen any spoilers.
I don't want to read any spoilers.
No.
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
sure there's leaks online, but I don't want to see
No. It's good. Knock on wood. I haven't seen anyone even kind of remotely posting anything, so that's been good.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen leaks for NXT shows that have been leaked beforehand, but they would be dumb to let any leaks out for SmackDown though, because for viewership wise and stuff like that, you don't want to spoil it.
Mm-hmm. What do you think of SmackDown?
Fine, it was fine. Like I said, Grayson Waller, LA Knight, not going to complain.
Exactly.
Cool debuts, built a couple storylines, but it wasn't really need a mover. Average show.
Yeah.
What did we need to do?
Yep.
What do you say? It's Raw.
Yep, let's jump into Monday Night Raw. So, Monday Night Raw kind of got off to a hot start. When you had, it cut right to Brock beating the shit out of Cody in the back. And, anytime you're going to get a Brock Cody in the back, backstage kind of brawl type thing, that's going to be fun. Brock was throwing Cody into every item and then threw the kegs that he hit Cody's arm with the keg. So yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. What'd you think?
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah,
it's I mean, technically they opened the show, but at least we got something different than Kevin and Sammy opening the show like they do every week.
Yep.
I get what they're trying to do. They're trying to pump up the whole thing with Brock and Cody as much as they can, and it's gonna be a fun match.
Yeah.
It's intense.
Mm-hmm.
And I always like to see a bunch of kegs. So
yeah.
Keg is always fun.
Yeah. I mean, listen, you want to get to our heart? Keg's the way to go. And we'll continue talking about that when we get to kind of the end of the night, when they have their little kind of because the whole Cody thing kind of keeps popping up throughout the show.
Yeah, this was a kind of Raw where it was first hour was shit, second hour was good, third hour was not great.
Yeah. It
was very weird. It was like a roller coaster.
Yep.
But that peaked and then it went.
We're gonna get to that middle hour though.
Yeah.
We'll get to that middle hour.
So we opened with Paul Heyman, so apparently the whole draft thing doesn't matter because I thought Paul Heyman. People want to say, he's. I saw some people say, he's a manager. It doesn't matter. He was the first draft pick with Solo and Roman to SmackDown, so they're already skirting around their whole brand split thing in the first place.
All you had to say was, all they had to do was say Paul Heyman wasn't eligible to be drafted, and then boom.
Yeah, I don't know why they. Oh. And we didn't even mention this yet, that there was supposed to be a special partner for Kevin and Sammy, and two issues with this. The smaller issue is that they announced who it was before the show started. Yeah. So what's the point? If you have a mystery partner, I don't want to see what it is until the match starts.
Yeah.
And two, it was the shittiest, most predictable option.
Why was it Matt Riddle?
That POS Matt Riddle.
Why?
How was that a surprise? He's been their partner for weeks.
Yeah. It's sick. It's a freaking sick world we live in.
How is that a mystery partner? This guy's winning with them every week. I don't understand.
Just, you know what? I still wouldn't have pissed. But I wouldn't have been as pissed if they would have said, all right, it's going to be Riddle and Sammy and Kevin versus Imperium.
I didn't want Ali, but I would think Mustafa Ali. It would have made more sense.
Yeah, because now this guy's got an Intercontinental Championship match that they at least could have had him in the build for that.
It's sick. Some of the decisions Cody makes is just
and just seeing Matt Riddle it
makes my blood boil seeing this guy.
I
don't know. I don't know if people still support this guy.
Yeah, he's a bad person, and
But Kevin and Sammy came out. They did the little segment.
this was the best part.
They dedicated their victory. They're dedicating their victory. On Night of Champions to Jimmy and Jay. That's funny.
Do you think that makes Jimmy? Do you think that's a little Jimmy and Jay? Like, hey, all right. They're dedicating to us. We're gonna cost Roman now. Like, kind of.
We'll get into that.
Yeah.
We're definitely get into that in our predictions video. And then Imperium came out. Luckily, we got it later, but 2 times now since Imperium came out, and we didn't get a Samantha Irwin.
Because I thought they were gonna start the match then, which I would also be fine with.
Yeah.
But I was
all 6 were in ring gear. I'm like, what a tease. I'm like, this match over with.
At that point, I think he said the words, "This is gonna be shit."
Yeah. And I was right for the first hour. It was.
Yeah.
It was because the next 2 matches were just very, very sick.
Yeah.
It's the first match of the night. Bronson Reed and Ricochet, and I know a lot of marks are like, oh, well, what do you think? That's a great match. Yeah, Bronson Reed had great matches in NXT. Look at him in Japan. No, he sucks. There's nothing redeeming about him, and I don't care what you say, he sucks.
Mm-hmm.
And Ricochet, I didn't mind him, but I don't appreciate the lot he hangs out with.
Yeah.
He wants to hang out with one of the worst people in the industry, Braun Strowman.
Yeah.
So, you know what? You suck too, Ricochet.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So just 2 shits,
Mm-hmm.
and just worthless match.
It got commercial break.
Yeah.
That's what's unacceptable.
So now I guess Bronson Reed's gonna get some sort of push, which I hope not.
Don't worry. Don't worry. They're gonna bring back Drew just job to this.
Put him in a dinosaur costume and then change his music to Funk is on a roll.
From Planet Funk.
So Bronson Reed won the match. Whatever. I was glad it was over. But then it got even worse because we had a backstage segment where Apollo Crews was being interviewed, and then I was like, okay, this is fine,
Next week.
And then Dom came over with Rhea, and then my heart sank because I knew what this was leading to. I was like,
I think you might have said next week on Raw. You tried to hold into existence.
not 2 weeks though.
Yeah.
We're gonna be at Raw in 2 weeks, so
Yeah. You said it once, and you're like, oh no.
no, not 2 weeks from now. The next week is fine. But yeah, we knew it was gonna lead to an Apollo Crews Dominic Mysterio match, and I'm just like, can this night get any worse?
I mean, it does. It does because we get Zoe Stark versus Candice LeRae. Where nothing much to say about that. Candice LeRae got a video package for some reason. I don't know. It just sounded like she's like a comic book villain. I'm gonna destroy all your heroes. And Nikki Cross comes out, distracts Candice LeRae, and Zoe Stark hits her finisher thing, and 1, 2, 3.
I feel like, and I think people on Twitter say Zoe Stark is gonna be like a master heel. I don't get it. She sucks.
Yeah.
She's terrible.
Yeah.
The best thing about this whole thing was with the video package, entrances and matches under 5 minutes.
Yeah.
that was the best part of that. That was the most positive thing I could take for that whole thing.
If you're gonna have a shit match, at least make it quick.
And then we had Cody confronting.
Hold on. You forgot about Brock coming out. You gotta mention Brock coming out of it before he walked out.
Okay, yes. So Mustafa Ali was like putting on like an emotional promo, probably like one of like the biggest promos. And he's like all choked up, and then so he's doing the promo, and then the camera cuts to Brock. And he points over to him and goes, "Get a life, kid." And like you said, Brock Jimmy probably has no idea what that is.
Yeah. And it's funny because everyone's saying Ali had flashbacks because I guess when Brock won Money in the Bank, he came out at the last minute when Ali was about to win it, and Brock just totally destroyed the poor kid.
Didn't he like remember that phase with Ali like a few months back where he used to get like shit beat out of the backstage? Didn't Brock beat shit out of him backstage too?
He might have. Get a life, kid. I saw that all over Twitter today on my TikTok feed. It was basically like everyone cut that in. It's like when I'm obsessed with wrestling and my dad comes into my room. Get a life, kid.
Honestly, probably the highlight of the night, to be honest.
Well,
second.
Second, yeah.
One of two. You know what? When Brock's on, I don't even see, but dude, Brock's a master on the mic now.
Yeah, he is.
He's a master on the mic. I mean, this guy cuts banger promos.
Yeah.
And it just makes the funniest faces, says the funniest things. Like, it was great. But then Brock came out put on, talked about Cody and all this. But actually, Brock, because Brock assumed that he broke Cody's arm. So he's like, Cody's not going to compete at Night of Champions, so he's putting in an open challenge. So when I heard the words open challenge, I was thinking of a man who has not been on TV in a long time and was been drafted to Raw, and I said, oh shit, we're getting Drew McIntyre.
And Amy and I immediately told you we're not getting Drew McIntyre.
And then kind of like the feeling I had when Dominic came to interrupt Apollo Crews. I had the same feeling again when I saw Cody come out. And it was just gut-wrenching seeing Cody out there, because I thought I was getting Drew.
I don't know why you thought you were getting Drew.
But why call it an open challenge then? If you're gonna have the guy come out who's already in the match.
Yeah, I don't know. Talk to Hunter, talk to Vince.
Well, somebody messed up. You don't call that. That's not an open challenge.
Yeah.
An open challenge. The person who comes out in an open challenge should be somebody who's already scheduled for the match. That's not an open challenge. That's just a normal process.
You could have at least had maybe I don't know, Angel come out and then Cody throws him off the stage or something like.
It was actually and you know what? It was actually the second time, and the first time seeing Cody last night that made me disappointed. Twice. It was very, very disappointing.
I'm not going to start getting this
I'm not anti-Cody, but when I expect Drew McIntyre, no matter who came out, I was going to be pissed.
Yeah.
I was going to be pissed. I thought Drew was going to be back.
Once again. I don't know what. Hey, what if you're just saving it for Hartford? Hey, think about it. They know Kevin Owens got a hero's welcome in Hartford.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
Drew. I think you and Amy would rival that cheer alone just the three of us.
Yeah. Oh, seeing Drew again would be.
I miss him.
But
I miss him so much.
Let's get back on topic.
Okay, yeah.
Because we can talk about Drew for the 2 hours. So then, Brock comes out, open challenge, Cody comes out. Cody confronts Brock. They start fighting. Brock puts him in a Kimura lock. Breaks his arm. Well, we think he breaks his arm, and that's it. But
yeah,
it was
what it was.
It's what you expect.
Anytime you get Brock and Cody fighting, it's gonna be good. But we get to the real highlight of the night now.
Okay, you know what? So Brock saying "Get a life, kid" was one of 3 highlights of the night.
Yeah.
We have this one, then we have another really good highlight too.
Oh yeah.
You get into this one?
Oh yeah. So we get what some, and by some I mean us, would call a dream match with the Academy. And as soon as you heard the Academy's music, you were like, because you knew what it meant.
Yeah.
And then we got the raid.
Because this was stemming from the Battle Royale last week.
Yeah. Yep. And we get a nice Alpha Academy and Viking Raiders match. Very, very solid match. And I think we're getting a little mini feud here, We get a back and forth match. Everyone kind of gets their shine. And
I don't know why the fans are saying we want Otis though when you have Chad Gable in there. I like Otis.
But he's no Chad.
But you have a ring hetero in that ring.
Yeah.
It's a real ring hetero.
So maybe we should be going there for the title.
Yeah.
To be Chad Gable. Since my Chad Gable King of the Ring can't happen anymore. But Chad Gable Intercontinental Champion.
But talking dream match, yes, because seeing Chad Gable and Ivar in the ring, I was like, oh shit, like this is like Undertaker, Shawn Michaels.
Yes, that's what dreams are made of.
You want to talk about WrestleMania? No, this is even better.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
I don't think I've ever seen them wrestle together in a ring before. No, I probably have,
but it was beautiful.
Yeah, two top stars.
Yeah, and we saw the Academy get a win. Chad Gable got a pin.
Most importantly, the most important takeaway from last night was Chad Gable getting a win, because we're starting to get the trajectory upwards.
Yep.
Thanks Maxine Dupree.
Yeah.
It seems like she's dropped.
The Maximum models,
and
she
now
just
she's
manages
a full-time manager now.
Hey.
And if she's gonna help them win matches,
then you know what, Maxine?
I'm gonna start accepting her.
Yeah.
I thought she was shit. I'll start accepting her though.
Yeah, if she wants to help them start winning matches and maybe get them winning some titles, then hey, thank you, Maxine Dupree. But it was a good showcase for them. Good to see them wrestle. Good to see. I can't remember the last time Chad got a win. So yeah, I was very happy with that.
Yeah. We then, I don't remember, did we get the...
we got a backstage segment, right?
Yeah.
And then a segment from last week's Raw Talk.
Yeah. Then we had the Finn Balor Shinsuke match, which some people call a dream match. Honestly, the match wasn't that good though, to be honest.
No,
it was really short.
Yeah, like
it was more so. I don't think we talked about it earlier, but Finn, Damien, and Shinsuke had a little thing backstage earlier in the night.
Yep. Shinsuke went to insult Damien and
Tranquilo.
Tranquilo. Finn Balor wasn't having that.
No,
Finn Balor said, "You want to insult Damien Priest?
Yeah.
You're insulting me."
And that's how I feel about it. How Damien Priest insult me. But yeah, it was a good match. Always, seeing Damien Priest is always. I'm never gonna complain.
Yep. And then we had Damien getting involved, and that made it so Finn got the win.
Yeah.
And I think we're gonna end up getting maybe Money in the Bank. One of the Money in the Bank. What's it called? Qualifying matches will be Damien versus Shinsuke.
Yeah.
And then we see Damien get that dub.
I don't know exactly what had happened, but I'm going to talk about it now. One of the third highlights of the night was the Indashir. So I'll talk about this now before we finish up. But Jinder coming out from the smoke. So you hear Jinder in the background, and then also you see smoke, and you just see him appear.
Dude, they're treating him like a star right now. I like this a lot.
As a star, he is a star.
I'm like, yeah, I agree. He's being listen, they haven't presented him like a star recently, even though he's a man of talent.
He should have been in the tournament for the World Heavyweight title. I don't understand how he goes. He should be winning the whole thing.
Do you know what? I honestly think there's a 0% chance he wins the World Heavyweight title in India when they have their premium live event in India in September. That would.
Yeah.
And
he's got to be on the card at least, right?
Yeah. And how do win?
Honestly, if Kevin and Sami retain, could you see Indashir versus them for the tag titles?
Yeah. But that better not come at the expense of Jinder having a match.
Well, no. I expect them to have a match and then Jinder, and then all three have gold at the end of the night.
Yeah.
It'd be like the Shield.
A lot better.
Yeah, a lot better than the Shield. They all just, Jinder is a bona fide star.
Yeah.
He's a star.
And I don't understand the hate. And anytime Jinder comes up, I'm always going to ride or die for Jinder because we don't hinder here. No. I don't understand the hate for his title run in 2017.
Jinder's heel run was awesome.
Yeah, the dude can work a mic, and everyone's saying, "Oh, well, he only won matches by cheating and stuff."
That's every heel. That's what Roman does every time.
Well, let's have Roman one clean.
Yeah.
Which I'm not bashing Roman here, but I'm defending Jinder.
Yeah.
So
that's the heel thing.
Yeah.
And the same brothers were elite too. Like that was a great run.
It was. And
you know what? I respect. Jinder came from nothing. A skinny guy, 3MB, and all. And he got to shape, bulk himself up, and made them notice.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And he said, "Hey, yeah."
Yeah.
And listen. Everyone says, "Oh, well, he does. That's just because of the India market. They want to kind of appease that market." Well, guess what? That's smart business.
Yeah.
Why do you think John Cena was champion for all those years? Because he sold T-shirts.
Yeah.
Because it's the business.
Yep.
So I don't understand why that's a bad thing for Jinder Mahal, but a good thing for John Cena. And listen, I'm a big Cena guy, but listen, no. No, but I just
put some respect on Jinder's name is all I'm saying.
All I'm saying is Jinder Mahal needs to win the World Heavyweight Championship in India.
And you know what? That would be. Yeah. I hope so, because it's going to piss people off and I'm going to love it.
Yep, it's going to be
pissed off.
And guess who's going to be loving it? Guess who's going to be loving it? Right here. Because have we ever hindered? Nope. Never have, never will. And it's a real shame that we go from that to Raquel versus Sonya Deville.
So we had Raquel versus Sonya Deville, and we knew at this point, the mystery partner for next week is going to be revealed, and it was, to be fair, what options would there be? Would it be an NXT call up? Would it be somebody shitty like Tegan Knox? And Zelina Vega. It was so Raquel won the match, obviously. her and Chelsea start beating her up. Like, who's coming out? And it was clean up on Aisle Green.
She's getting another title, Shotzi.
And what really pissed me off was, like, Shotzi's terrible, but at least have her come out in the tank. That would be funny. Like I said, if she was, like, holding something up, like, coming down the tank, slowly down the ramp, that would be funny.
Kind of like my favorite Jeff Hardy clip when he's going like this in his AEW debut and Matt's getting beat up.
But yeah, it's Shotzi, so it sucks.
They're probably going to win, too.
I really hope they don't. Chelsea and Sonya need to win. Or honestly, like I said, my second option, Shayna and Ronda. I know Ronda sucks, but so does Raquel and Shotzi. And who's the what am I gonna
Bailey Io.
Yeah, so Shotzi. Ronda and Shayna.
But it really, if you want to reward Chelsea Green and Sonya have been doing great work.
Yeah.
Throw them a bone. Throw them a tag title run. Why not?
And Chelsea Green's husband is elite too, so
yeah.
The indie
god, Mr. Cardona. Who, once again, thank you for taking Craig Carton out. Much appreciated.
So, what do we get next?
So, we got into the Becky and Trish contract signing.
Becky's glasses.
Becky's glasses were wild. The hands, like the gold hands going like this.
Yeah, I've never seen it. And she was wearing like those subtle boots.
Yeah. Yeah,
7 inches high.
Crazy, yeah. Yeah, Becky and Seth definitely have some fun going shopping for sure. Because they get some ridiculous outfits, but
I just wish that Becky had better taste in husbands, but
I do too.
But it is what it is.
Too. Yep, and then Trish came out. Trish did her promo, and we all knew this was designed to get Becky over. It's like we knew Becky was gonna get the final say.
You think though? I don't know. I know Trish is definitely a better heel. But her mic work hasn't really been that great, even as a heel, since she's come back. Like, it's been okay. But it's not like the work she did back in the early 2000s, stuff like that. Even her mic work, it was whatever. But the funniest thing was at the end.
Gosh, that was crazy.
Her mentioning Trish barking like a dog.
Yeah.
And talking about all the disgusting things you've done.
Yeah, it was like
a shot at Vince, which I appreciate.
Yeah, exactly.
Because Lord knows what Vince made these women do back then.
Yeah, exactly. And like all you gotta do is look at the Attitude Era clips, and it's honestly kind of disgusting looking at it. How Vince talked to Trish in the ring. Like
I don't think Becky mentioned that though.
Well, what are they gonna do to Becky?
Yeah,
what are they gonna do?
No, I appreciate it.
Yeah,
because Vince is a piece of shit, and I appreciate them calling him out for that.
I agree.
But it was funny too because when I was at work, I was talking with a guy at work, and I literally mentioned yesterday at work. I'm talking about Trish Stratus and barking like a dog thing back then, and then they literally bring it up.
That's crazy.
So I was like, wow, that's actually really funny. But yeah, that made the whole thing.
Yeah,
I'm not thinking about all the things you've done in your back.
That was insane.
Which I actually kind of feel bad for Trish because, like I said, her and all the women probably.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't even want to.
Yeah, I don't want to.
It's bad. It's bad. Vince is a
piece of shit.
Yeah, garbage. Speaking of garbage.
Yeah, we get the Dominic Mysterio versus Apollo Crews match, which I don't know. Dominic looked a little sloppy in this match. He's kind of looked good. He's looked better recently. He looked sloppy here. So he beat Apollo Crews. Rhea Ripley got involved. Anything you want to say to this match? Because I'm actually pretty good talking about it.
And we also quickly too, they did a two-parter, which they did. I think they did after this match of Seth. A little Seth interview. Talked a lot about Roman. I gotta be honest, I was kind of dozing in the second half of this. Did I miss anything in the second part?
Nope, you missed absolutely nothing.
Was it just more talking about Roman, or?
Yep. Even though I don't know why he's talking about Roman, he's got a match with AJ Styles. Why does AJ Styles have these kind of sit-down interviews?
The most predictable option, and he's gonna win.
You know what? I hope Seth gets a bigger role in Captain America. I hope he becomes the lead, the co-lead. He can go face Sam, go face Cap. He can be the main villain.
Yeah,
just get him off TV.
So speaking of people I want off TV, Riddle,
yep.
Owens, and Sammy. facing Imperium in the main event. Got to hear Samantha introduce Imperium, which is always elite.
Samantha always just kills it. And she did Imperium, which is always good. Chelsea Green, I forgot to mention that. Chelsea Green.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's our one Samantha reference for the show. So just check that bingo card off.
The match itself was fine. Honestly, I was once again kind of dozed off a little bit during it. I don't think I really missed too much.
No.
It was what you expect, you know. I mean, I guess it's Imperium's better than the Usos, so I guess it's different than them facing the Usos every week. So, you know, and you got, you know, everybody in that match is solid.
My biggest fear, this leads to a Riddle versus Gunther feud, because do you see a sick world where they have Riddle win the Intercontinental Championship? Because I do. It's a world.
Well, the company loves to push bad people, so
yeah. As case in point, we just talked about Vince.
Yep. So, Imperium won, or I'm sorry, Sammy's Riddle, Owens, and Sammy won. Giovanni took the pin, and that was the end of that. Yep. And there was like 5 minutes left, and I'm like, oh, we're gonna get something good. We're gonna get something good. And just like the Open Challenge.
Whoa!
We got the show ended with a backstage segment, which actually wasn't that bad.
No,
it was Hunter, who's a bad person, and Cody in the locker room. Cody with the arm injury, and they're playing the whole broken arm thing, and Triple H is like, you compete on Saturday. He's like, well, I'm gonna compete. I'm not a coward. Blah blah blah.
And we'll get into the prediction, but obviously that's gonna affect the match with Cody and Brock. They're still gonna have the match.
I mean, I think if they're trying to do a 3-parter for this, it makes sense for Brock to spoiler alert, but it probably makes sense for Brock to take the win here.
Almost have a glorified squash here.
Because Cody's not gonna look weak.
No.
Because they're gonna play. He's probably gonna be wrestling with one arm.
Yeah.
Essentially. When Brock most likely wins, Cody's not gonna look like, it makes sense for him to lose like this, because you're like, he still looked tough because he still competed when he shouldn't have with one arm. Then you'll probably have their final match at SummerSlam, I would assume. But
and there's actually, did you read the Cody rumors today?
No.
Who will be facing at WrestleMania 40?
Was it Gunther?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that'd be a good match, but that just shows us they had no desire of pushing Cody's.
I mean, at that point though, Gunther could be World Heavyweight Champion at that point though.
Yeah.
If what I'm reading, is true. I also too read that he's either contemplating making SmackDown 3 hours.
Yeah.
I don't know. People are saying no, that's too much. I don't think I'd be fine with it.
Yeah.
I honestly, if it. The way SmackDown has kind of brought in new people and stuff, from NXT.
Yeah.
I actually like the opportunity to be able to be like, now you can get like LA Knight on every week.
Yeah, Grayson
Waller on every week. So
Baron Corbin
here. Yeah, Dolph.
Which apparently there was a Dolph segment cut from last night.
Yeah. McDonough's match got cut, and I didn't even see him. They said he was supposed to be backstage. I didn't see him back. Was there back? I didn't see him backstage before him either. And I was assuming that if McDonough was having his debut match, it probably would have been against Dolph, because they had that little rumble after the Battle Royal.
I just want to hear Dolph's music. I just want to hear his music.
Yeah, we're gonna get into. I was kind of looking at the
list.
The list. Yeah, we're gonna get into the list. I'm probably maybe like one of the shows this week. Do a lot of content. I'll just randomly read it off, just like the end or something like that.
Yeah. That sounds good to me.
Because there's more to the list we have to actually add.
Yeah. We have to actually sit down and go through, because I know I have like random notes on my phone saying add this to the list, add to the list.
And are you good with what we covered?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Yep.
So just one more thing I wanted to say about Dolph was I randomly watched his match against The Miz. 2016 Survivors? Was it Survivor Series?
Was it No Mercy?
No Mercy 2016. Against The Miz, where it's a career match on the line?
Yep. Career versus IC title.
Dude, I still think about that match. Mm-hmm. I know I watched it when it first, but I don't think I watched it since like 2016. Dude, that match blew me away about how good that match was.
Yeah.
It actually made me respect The Miz a little bit too about how good that match was. But I mean, that was like peak Dolph. Like, man, like this guy, unbelievable talent.
It's probably my third favorite Dolph, actually fourth, because winning the World Heavyweight titles one, him winning at Survivor Series when it was like 3-on-1,
Yeah.
then this match, and then him winning the Intercontinental Championship, or the NXT Championship.
Yeah, that was just, I just can't believe that, how badly treated Dolph.
Yeah.
Dolph is, obviously, Drew is, they don't want to pay him, which is sick.
Yeah.
Please, Wembley. Please, Tony. Uncle Tony.
I'm
just,
going to tell you Uncle Tom's.
just take the hit in the lawsuit and just sign him. Your dad's worth like $10 billion. Who cares?
And you're probably going to be recouping money anyway because you're going to sue CM Punk and get a shit ton from him. So
yeah, just he's got money. He's got money to pay for the fine for signing Drew early.
Do we have to start a GoFundMe for it? Because I will. Please, Uncle Tony, please.
Sign Drew. You know, I'm just sick of disrespect for top guys. Corbin, Dolph, Drew. You know, it's just sick.
Sick world we live in. All right, what do you say?
I'm ready to wrap this up.
All right, cool. Yeah, be on the lookout for all of our prediction videos, which we'll probably do all 3 in one. Yeah.
What do you say?
All right, let's get out of here. Bye, guys.
See ya.